Hi guys, it's your girl Rachel Real, and I'm back with another video. So today we're gonna be talking about putting God first in my life, and I'm gonna be sharing that through a story of something that happened recently in my life, where God called me out of my relationship so that I could focus on my purpose. And it was not an easy road, so we're gonna go through the highs and lows. But first, I just wanna say, if you're new, welcome to my channel. This channel is all about faith and beauty and wellness and just like being your best self. And I'm Rachel, and I go by Rach for real because I just want to be like very real and very vulnerable in a way that I'm not able to be on other social media platforms. If you're new, make sure that you subscribe, and let's get right into the tea. I was away from my YouTube channel for like a little bit, and I really love recording. I love like the support. Like I really appreciate it. But I was in love. Like I was falling in love, enjoying myself. Like I feel like God sent me into a season where it was like, I'm going to show you the love that you want. And I was just basking in it. So I could say that it was a really great break. And I learned a lot, and I'm still in love. And I want that to be very clear that this is not like oh, he was bad for me, he was this, he was that. It's just like he's amazing. And of course, he'll see this video before anybody sees it. So this is not like a bashing. No, that's not this video. For those of you who have been to my channel before, you know that I'm very like strong on my relationship with God, and like God has to come first in my life. So basically, before my relationship, I was like crying, begging God, like, please, Lord, please send me my person. Like these pillows were wet. Like, it was like I was choking on my tears going to sleep sometimes. Because if you like are living real life like me, sometimes you just want some love. You just want a hug. You want somebody to tell you it's okay. Somebody to check on you. It's really nice. So, like I just was like going through it a little bit, and I was like, I just want my person. And so a couple months later, a person that I had met before kind of resurfaced in my life, and I was like, why do I feel like I've known you like for years? Like this is weird. And it was very natural. We eventually got to a point where we fell in love and we were in a relationship. And I was praying throughout my entire relationship. Like I wasn't leaving God out. I was praying and I was asking him, God, is he for me? God, if he's not for me, please tell me. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to pray, God, if he's not for me, please let me stop liking him. And then I would like see him and he would do something that was so amazing. I used to be like, wow. And just for reference, like I've had situations in the past where I've prayed that same prayer. Like God took them right out of my life. Like they would literally move, or somebody would come tell me something, and I was like, God, I didn't ask you to really take him like that. Like I was not expecting you to just snatch him up like that. But he did. But this situation just felt different. Like I was actually getting confirmations like this is a great guy, and like things just kept getting better and better. And then one time I prayed and I felt like God was saying like I need you guys to take a break. And I was like, but God, like I worked so hard. And to be 100% transparent, like things were like getting really smooth. Like, because I think in the beginning there were things that were like, oh, like, I need this, and like, I don't know if I could give this, and this, that, and the third. And then like we got to a point where we both were just like, all right, I'm all in. Like, and I feel like things were very mutual. Communication was very healthy. And just like we were growing. Like I went back to therapy. I was learning how to like be more validating, like when they would share their feelings with me. And so I was just like, God, like this is I'm not trying to talk out of turn, but I was like, God, this is not the right time. Like it has to be a mistake because when we see things with our human eyes, it's like, oh, things are great. But God could see things like that's underneath the surface, and he had to get in there and intervene. And so after that, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was not in a good space. I was disheveled. Okay, I was unraveling every day, just like sad, really quiet, like. And I'm not a quiet person. I laugh all the time, but I was just like really sad. I didn't really want to like do anything. I didn't want to like read my Bible or pray. Like I didn't want to go out. I just was like, I'm not gonna be okay until we get back together, because basic things that I usually do, like going to work, taking a shower, it just felt like a whole thing. Like it just felt like a bigger task than it was. Like it felt like my life lost its color. I want to tell them like everything that happens in my day. So I was just really, really sad. And it was very similar to the emotions I felt when I lost my dad. And I had to tell myself multiple times, like, Rachel, he's not gone. Like, you don't have to mourn him. But I was mourning like the relationship. I was mourning like the laughter and like the conversations, like even the tense ones. I missed just working on our relationship because we were doing a great job. And I know he's gonna watch this. We did a great job. And it's just like I was mourning. And that's very important to another thing I'm gonna get into in just a second. So keep that in your mind. Your girl was mourning. And basically, I wasn't really reading my Bible that much, and I was just scrolling through TikTok like the rest of the world. So I was scrolling on TikTok actually right before I recorded this, and I wasn't going to record this video for a while because the way I looked at it was like, I am a mess. I'm crying every day. I'm barely making it to work. There's no way I can get in front of a camera right now. But God came to me before this video and he spoke to me, and I'm going to share what he spoke to me, and hopefully it helps somebody out there to, just have peace of mind. So basically, I'm scrolling on TikTok and a girl is talking about her life, and she's a Christian, and she was talking about the story of Lazarus. She was talking about how God does the impossible. And so it made me go back and read that story, and basically like a part of it like really resonated and like really just I really felt this comfort that like I know God gives me when he's speaking to me. For those of you who don't know the story, I'm gonna just do a quick summary, like quick sum up of the story so you know what I'm talking about. So Lazarus is a man that Jesus raised from the dead. The way it went is that his sisters, Mary and Martha, they reached out to Jesus, and they were in Bethany and Jesus was a couple miles away. And at this point, like Jesus was healing people, and it was like known like that he can heal people. So they told him like, Jesus, your good friend Lazarus is very sick. And so they were like expecting him to come right away and heal him, and like everything's gonna be good, because why wouldn't you expect that? You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're friends with a doctor and you call them, it's like, okay, day is saved, we're good. But instead of coming right away, Jesus said, Lazarus' sickness will not end in death. And so they didn't go. And then he stayed for 2 more days where he was a couple miles away. And basically 2 days later, he was like, let's go to Judea. And the disciples were like, you shouldn't go there, because remember they was trying to stone you last time you was there. Like, you should not go there. Because at this point it was starting to like Jesus was healing people. People were starting to believe, and the Pharisees didn't like it. And like, they were basically trying to like, this was right before like Jesus was about to die. So basically they were trying to warn him like, it's not safe to go there. And so Jesus had to tell them like the real deal of what was going on. And Jesus was like, Lazarus is not sick, he's dead. And he was saying to them like, it's a good thing that I wasn't there, because now you'll really believe. Because they had seen him heal sick people, healed many people, healed the lame, like healed leprosy. This was when he showed something that was never seen before. And so he went to Bethany where Mary and Martha were, and Martha came out, and Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if only you came sooner, my brother would still be here. And that's such a relatable like sentence for us, because I think a lot of times in my life I felt like I was asking God, like, God, things would be different if you showed up, you know? And like, just like, there's times where we're just like, we're a little disappointed. Like, we're like, I can imagine that at that point she might have felt a little bit of anger, a little bit of disappointment, and like, I really related to those feelings. And then after that, Jesus asked, like, okay, where is he? And they had taken him and buried him. That was that. And her sister Mary didn't come out to greet Jesus. Mary stayed inside and Mary was mourning. But the important part is that people had gathered to mourn with Mary and to comfort Mary. While Jesus was there, he told Martha, go get your sister Mary. And Mary, when she left abruptly, people were thinking, oh, she's going to Lazarus' gravesite, so let's go with her. So they followed Mary to Jesus. And when they followed her, they all got to witness Jesus bring Lazarus back from the dead. And so the significant part of this is that Jesus could have healed Lazarus when Lazarus was sick. He could have came right away, and maybe Mary, Martha, Lazarus, maybe a couple people might have seen this or heard about this from Mary, Martha, and Lazarus, but they had seen this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had seen Jesus heal people, so they would have probably said, Lord, thank you so much. You did exactly what we thought. But sometimes things have to get really bleak and really desolate for you to be able to really see how God works and really see what he can do. There was an opportunity for glory, even if he came right on time, but there was a greater opportunity if he came later. And I think that that was such a profound thing to me, because I never thought about my relationship and my breakup and certain things as like anything I wanted to put like out there to anybody. Like I said, me and this person are very private. Like, we don't post anything. We just have our love. But God told me before I recorded this video today, he told me there's a greater opportunity for glory. And if you will bare your soul, if you will mourn in public, if you will invite people who are going through the same thing to come and mourn with you, and then people who can come and comfort you, if you will invite them in to what I'm doing in your life, they all can be impacted. They all will witness the glory that I bring to the situation. So I am definitely just stepping out on faith right now and being obedient to what God told me to do, because I felt in my spirit really deeply that God was saying to me, I'm going to honor your obedience. If you can do this and one person sees this video and they say yes, and they can impact a group of people to say yes, and they can impact a group of people to say yes to God and yes to what he's doing, then like I can really get the glory out of this that I want to get. And not just that, but God is able to bless us, because his will has to be done regardless. Like, the one thing about God that I will tell you, and I will never sugarcoat this, is that if God gave you a purpose and you know that God gave you that purpose, it don't matter how long you run, it don't matter how far you run, it will be done. And God will get the glory. But if you can say yes, if you can get the reluctancy out of your spirit and just say, okay, God, this makes no sense to me, but I'm going to lean on you and I'm just going to go. God is able to bless you, and he wants to bless us. He wants us to be happy. He wants me to have love. What's so much more important to him is that his purpose be done, because that purpose can impact many. It's not just about me and my person and my family and what I got going on. It's about a bigger opportunity. And so I just wanted to be obedient. And so I really just want to leave you guys with that. If God is telling you to do something, if you've been feeling something in your spirit and just like feeling like, oh, like I always felt like I had this purpose, I always felt like I was supposed to do this, and you know that you know that you know that God is telling you to do it, I just would encourage you to just say yes. Like, even if it's hard, like, I'm with you. Like, if you need my support, I'm here. I just be in the crib. So if you DM me and you like let me know, we can pray together. Like, that's what this channel is all about. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that. And this is a step by step process. Like I said, I was not always like as obedient. Like, I took a break and then we came back, and we took a break and we came back, and there were missteps. But God is still getting the glory out of the situation, and that amazes me. So, as imperfect as I am, God is still able to use me, and that is a blessing. So, I just want to leave you guys with that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, keep it real.